Welcome along. Thank you, Mia, for joining in the fight as we push out the invader somehow. His vehicle is probably bigger than the capital city that he's trying to invade, but I'm sure we'll manage it somehow. But first, let's watch Jacob and Bubbles have a bit of a domestic. Thought you were having a piss, not a shit. I'd like to say that Bubbles is a coward, but more than likely she just isn't watching the stream and doesn't know that you've challenged her. Well, while we're waiting for Bubbles to realize that she's been challenged, I'm gonna start watching some anime. Ooh, miss, not good.
Sir, we're almost to the Great Vassal Bridge.
Ah, the Great Vassal Bridge. I remember the Great Vassal Bridge. Good times.
Good. Once we cross that, Rangrease is just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Or, you know, you could just use your tank and, like, go really fast. Or you could skip. That's also... Yeah, it's not looking good for you, Jacob. I mean... I don't know what a whale expected to get out of taking on a tank, like.
The enemy is
Congratulations, Bubbles. Maybe we should do what we did the last time and just forge the river in our underwater tanks.
Those tanks are... That's Jaeger's battalion. Just our luck it's him.
Yeah, I mean, the Marmota is his, right?
Nice of you to join us, my militia friends. Nothing personal, but the road ends here. My country, Firald, needs Maximilian support to regain its independence, you see. And if it means getting Firald back, I don't mind playing the man's guard dog.
General Jaeger! The Gallians are attacking, sir!
Sir, General Jaeger, sir, the Gallians can't hear you, sir.
Let them attack. We'll show them what the tank brigade's made of.
Also, didn't I destroy this bridge? Like, oh no, we didn't destroy the bridge, we just lifted it as a load of Imperials were on it and then they drowned. Oh yeah. God, we've done some really inventive war crimes, haven't we?
Lieutenant Faldio lands it? Get in.
At least I get a roof over my head. I feel bad for the men on the front lines.
Yeah, it's weird that you're here. Especially given that in, like, VC2 we find out that there's, like, a penal regiment where, like, anyone who's been court-martialed or, like, is in prison for a certain amount of years gets, like, just gang-pressed into this regiment. Like a Black Ops regiment. It's weird that you're not in it. It's almost as though they didn't realize that that regiment existed until the second game.
I don't get it. How did two squad leaders wind up in a fight? Thought you were friends.
I mean, Fallia also tried to kill someone, so... Yeah. What's a scout doing in prison? That symbol on that dude's helmet means he's a scout. What's a scout doing in prison?
No friend could do what I did to him. Now this is supposed to be solitary. Leave me alone, would you?
Also, you gotta love the sexism in this scene of like, no friend could get over what I did to him, and it's like, I'd be more worried about what you did to Alicia. Never mind what you did to fucking. Never mind what you did to Welkin. You made Welkin feel bad for his girlfriend. You nearly killed Alicia.
Just don't do anything stupid for the next 10 days.
we get to thinking about the war so differently from one another? I figured we'd be friends as old men. I still wish that were possible.
He'll get over it. It's fine. He'll get over it, Folio.
But I can't deny the feeling that Gallia needs power to survive either.
Well, when in love, women become property. Can't deny the feeling that Gallia needs power to survive. And fucking in the last stream, Alicia literally fucking threw that power through the Marmota, through the back of the Marmota.
I hope we get the chance to talk this out. To talk about the Gallia we want as old men.
A Gallia for white men by old white men. Alright. Save so I don't have to watch those cutscenes again. Let's see how we get on in whatever kind of battle this is.
Here is a brief on the task at hand.
Oh good, urban warfare. I'm always really good at urban warfare. Urban warfare is where I excel. The Empire is waiting for us on this side of the bridge with an ironclad defensive formation. General Roddy Jaeger is in command. I can't take him seriously if his name is Roddy. He's lived through more battles under the Empire's standard than I can count. That said, I mean, so have I, technically. Like, my entire squad hasn't lived through them, which is why I've had to redo a few missions a couple of times, but like, I've lived through all of them. That said, he'll need to stand aside this time. We've got to get past that blockade if we want to take back Randgries. Engage them and break through. That's the only way we can secure a path back to the capital. I keep forgetting that we're literally the only military unit this entire fucking country has left, and they still haven't surrendered. This, like, the further we get into this game, the more I realize that Gallia maybe should just be conquered. Like, Gallia is like very late stage Byzantine Empire. There's no army to speak of. There's like a super weapon coming over the border. It's like at the city gates. And what are the people in charge doing? Palace coup. They're just doing palace coups. Like, I can't deny the feeling that I don't care about this character. You mean Faldio? Or about Jaeger? I wasn't here last stream. The big ass vehicle thing, could Alicia not Biden blast that thing out of existence? She tried, but then Welkin stopped her with the power of love, cause she was gonna turn herself into a bio-nuke. She was gonna go like all bio-nuclear on it, and Welkin was like, "No, I want to tap that. Please don't die." And so she stopped being a superhero, I guess. Copying Raddy's style is known as radish. Your objective is to defeat Jaeger. He's one of the Empire's most renowned tank commanders. Expect tank strategies of a caliber you've not yet seen. What tank strategies would those be? The caliber of tank strategies that I've seen so far is tank roll toward me, tank point turret at me, tank shoot. Does he have something more complicated than that? Because the last time I fought this dude, he stayed inside of his camp and just kept on going in circles and occasionally shooting me. I don't care enough to tell you which character I don't care about. Okay. As to what, I'm afraid I've got no specific stuff for you. Find a window out there and break it. Wait, literally? Is that... I can't tell if that's metaphorical or not. Did he want me to figuratively, like, break the window of the fog of war or something? Or did they literally want me to just find a window, smash that window, and then stick my head out quickly before someone shoots it, and then pop my head back in? Ooh, that's split up a lot. Judging by what Jaeger did the last time, he's gonna get his tank stuck in a camp and do 360s, right? Exactly. He's in a defensive position in a city. How sophisticated can his tank strategies be? Open the glass window on your tank and vent out the tank's tank. Yeah. Right, so you'd assume you'd assume he's like his tank is going to be pretty fucking well armored, right? So I probably want to bring a few lancers. I'll put Alicia here. And is it a good idea to put Rosie here? I'm gonna put Margot here. Up here, I'll put... What's that? That's the Edelweiss. Okay, I'll put Ted and Hector. Back here, I'll put Rosie. Then put Nils. We'll put in Kira. And fuck it, let's give Lan a go. Let's give Yan a go. Like, Yan never gets to have a shout. Okay. We probably don't need all these people. We never do. But sure, let's see how it goes. Bring 2 scouts, Rosie and Largo. Probably what it might end up being, actually, eventually.
Now, let's begin the operation. I'm confident victory is within reach.
Really? Are you? I have a squad of like 32 people. And that's it. That's the entirety of the army that Gallia still has. Like...
Our target is Jaeger's tank. Stay sharp, Sevens. Squad 7, move out.
His pointing gestures are coming closer and closer to the Roman salute with like every mission we do.
Rule 1 of hunting is to conserve your energy while driving the prey into a corner.
Is that why the last time I fought you, you stayed in your camp and did circles? What the hell is a neek? I know what a neat is. I've never heard of a neek.
Enjoy wasting your strength struggling in vain against my unassailable tank.
Come on, dude. You know that no tank is impenetrable. Nerd and geek mixed. Okay. According to the graphic on my wallet, a nerd and a geek are, when mixed together, make a dweeb. Like, my wallet might be lying to me.
From the look of those defenses, they really don't want us crossing that bridge.
Yeah, they've set up a whole bunch of camps. Plus, Jaeger's commanding them. This one's not gonna be easy, Sevens.
Neek is 2010's English high school. Alright, what do we got? Any idea on his health? No. Lupus armor. Okay, so he has the same tank he had before. What are the other tanks? A heavy tank? That's not good. We have a sniper. That's not good. Wish I'd brought a sniper of my own now. Another heavy tank. A heavy AT cannon. Jesus Christ. Okay, so we should rush and try to take this. Probably. Probably be an idea to like get someone up here. Send that I have Overwatch on this whole thing over here. And also they're like I think if I fire like a smoke round like here-ish, it should cover my entire group. Do you know what I'm not gonna miss when I'm finished playing this game is the fucking screen tearing. Screen tearing is ridiculous on this game. Right. So I assume with him being like a boss unit, he's gonna do silly damage. So I probably want
Entering combat.
to like block his view pretty fucking sharpish. Okay, so at least that'll stop him from being able to see me.
You got it, hon. You ever seen muscles like these before?
I love Jan. Jan's great.
No, but
Roger.
Bear with me, I have an idea. I'm looking at that camp that has no one in it. And I'm like, I could move my lancers slowly up, or I could just fucking run Alicia to the fucking camp. I could just run Alicia over here. Can I make it back with Largo? Do I want to send Largo away? I'll... Orders...
This is an order.
Don't worry, Jan is coming back.
To defend yourself.
I wouldn't do that to Jan.
This is an order. Attack with everything you've got.
So I assume I can't go through here. Because like rubble and shit. I wonder, can I go like around here? And because like I should be able to take out an anti-tank gun by myself. I suppose we'll find out.
My turn, okay? Enemy sighted. Enemy unit spotted. Enemy unit spotted. Think you can stop me? Enemy sighted.
don't get pinned down. Fire back.
Enemy unit spotted. Enemy sighted. Now!
You're doing well. Just keep it up.
She's doing alright.
Moving out. Now.
Damn it, I was hoping that would kill that guy. Shit. I don't think I can kill this anti-tank cannon now. Fuck. So we now know that there is a heavy tank down here, a trooper, three troopers, and a scout. So going for this camp is no-go. This camp only has 2 scouts at it. And this thing. I need to find a way to kill this easily.
My turn, okay? Think you can stop me?
Oh, there's an anti-tank cannon up on one of the oh, great.
Aim as exactly as possible.
Oh, thanks. I hadn't thought about aiming exactly. Cheers.
Don't hurry. Ramgreaves. Just hurry.
I've got a visual here. Commencing attack.
Moving out.
And now if it wasn't for that fucking scout that was still alive, if it wasn't for that scout that was still alive, I'd be able to fucking take this camp. And I'd be able to do my plan, which was to move my fucking lancers forward, but whatever. Hopefully the snipers can't see me from here. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, they can shuffle about down there as much as they want. Oh. Oh! Well, glad I gave her a defensive buff. Did not think he'd do that for a fucking... What? What's that? Oh! That made my life easier? Shoot him, Rosie. Shoot him, Rosie. Shit. Yeah, that's not good. I should have brought a sniper on this mission. Oh, fuck. Well, he's not in cover anymore. That's gonna hurt him. Yeah.
Minor damage sustained.
Minor damage, it's fine.
Damage minimal.
Bit more damage, that's a bit worrying. Oh shit. There goes Largo. Okay, well, we're restarting this.
Not yet. Ugh, damn it! The rest is up to you, boss. I'm retreating.
Yep. See you, Largo. There's so many dudes.
Lieutenant, it appears the enemy camps have facilities to repair Jaeger's tank.
Fantastic. Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? Sure.
I Until you take the camps, you won't be making any headway against that armor.
Of course.
It also seems they've requested backup troops. Either way, those camps are bad news.
Yeah, working on them.
Understood, Captain.
Also, they definitely did not request reinforcements. I would have seen that.
Roger, roger. Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted.
How are they gonna come at us this time?
Keep me alive, Kira.
Thank you.
My turn, okay?
Okay, sure. And once again, Bubbles beats the shit out of Jacob. It's not his day.
Enemy camp successfully occupied.
Right. I suppose I can redeploy my lancers from here now.
Good. That should preclude further backup and repairs to Jaeger's tank in this area.
Good.
Keep it up, and take out the other camps.
Enemy camp occupied. Good work.
Right, so now maybe try and take the other camps?
Everybody, follow General Jaeger.
Aim as exactly as possible.
I don't think there's anyone down there anymore. I shouldn't move Alicia away though, because someone will probably just run into this camp and take it. Alright, we're gonna deploy Nils. This would have gone a lot better if I'd been able to do this last turn. So okay, so getting rid of these snipers is kind of priority one, but I don't like know how to. I want to use the Shamrock. There's so many fronts to cover. There aren't that many fronts to cover, but still. You're not at full health.
I'm on it. Enemy sighted. Mwah.
Who are these guys?
Let's do this thing. Go down. Mwah.
I'm impressed, but not surprised.
What are you? Well, I could see you for a second, why are you? Truth release.
Soldiers,
Claiming their camps will facilitate our victory.
Isara, this number's for you.
The hell does that do?
Ugh, we're so close to Rangreaves too.
Entering combat.
I have to put down another smoke round to protect myself.
Fire!
Alright, let's see how this goes.
Come in, all units. Aim carefully now. Try to take them down in one shot.
Don't forget to aim your guns. I like that that goes for both both of the armies are just like, hey, dumbass, remember to aim. Another smoke unit. Where's that going? It went on the... Okay. Surely one of the snipers are going to kill Alicia, right? Oh, it's going to be a Lancer that kills Alicia. Or not. Is one of the snipers on the ground? Wow, no one can hit this woman. Bet you the sniper can hit her. Bet you the sniper can hit her. Oh no, he's trying to take the camp. Ah, God, she's one from killing him. Is he going for Alicia? Yeah. And Alicia's not dead.
Now.
Wow. Ah, shit. Well, fair enough.
Help me.
Fair enough. That was a clean kill. How much does it cost to retreat someone? 1. Okay, let's retreat Alicia. Why can't I retreat Alicia? Oh, because she's down. Yeah, of course. Where is that Ted? That's Ted. I suppose I could give Ted a defensive bonus and like run him down here.
You got it, hon. You ever seen muscles like these before? Die for me, sweetie.
Shit. That's unfortunate. Oh, I'm sorry, Jan.
Be careful.
I'll take care of it.
What does artillery support do? Oh, I don't want to see what it does. I don't want to see what it does.
This is an order. Aim for protection is weakest.
I'll take care of it. Take this!
Did she do more damage that time?
I'll take care of it.
The animation of that tank head, just the turret just turning and then turning back and then turning and turning back is hilarious to me.
Take this!
How much does it cost to resupply someone? 1.
All right, listen up. We need supplies here. Ammo, Ragnade, the works.
True. I mean, this I think I'm gonna have to restart this mission anyway, so I probably will just use artillery. Like, a lot of people are probably gonna die this turn, more than likely. So, next turn, I'm probably gonna use artillery strike just to see what it looks like, and then we're gonna restart the mission.
Leave it to Aunt Yoko. Take this!
I was really hoping that would have broken through his armor. Well, all of my lancers are about to die. Look at the swing on that tank. Where's he going? Is he driving into his friend? Oh, he's running away. I don't know who that hit, but it fucked him up, whoever it was. I think that smoke saved my entire group.
Damage minimal.
Damage minimal, it's fine. That smoke that he did saved my group, I think. Is he at full health again? No.
This is an order. Aim for where their protection is weakest.
Roger.
See if we can do this.
This is my territory. Hostile found. Roger.
I'm just going ham on this. Like, I mean, you know, I have him nearly down to almost no health, right? Or I suppose that's the armor. This must be the surprising and unconventional tank tactics I've heard so much about, yeah.
On it. Take this. I'm ready for more.
God bless you, Nils!
Roger.
Not half bad. I'm impressed you got through this tank's armor.
Honestly, I can't believe it took them. I don't know how long tanks have been around in this world, right? But it took them until 1936, nearly a year into this invasion, to be like, lads, there's a radiator on the back of the tanks, yeah? And if someone shoots it, the tank blows up, yeah? Like, if they shoot it once, the tank blows up. Yeah, no, I get it. What's your point? What if, and hear me, like, I know it's mad. What if we put, like, metal plating, like, around the weak spot? You're a madman. You're a madman, Jaeger! Get out of here! Get out of here, Jaeger! You're a radical!
I can see how you could have bested Gregor and Selvaria.
I didn't best Gregor. Gregor was on an armored train on a track that I just blew up. I didn't actually fight Gregor at all. I didn't... I don't care what the game wants to say that I like fucking fought Jaeger, that I fought like Jaeger and Silvaria and Gregor. I didn't. I fought Silvaria twice. I fought you once and all you did was wheelies and donuts in your own fucking camp. Like, I didn't fight Gregor. I destroyed a train track that Gregor happened to be on.
If the tank radiator is covered, then the Valkyria wouldn't have anywhere to dry his socks. You don't. Stop this insubordination.
But the guts of this tank are still untouched. The real battle begins now.
Good thing I have 2 fucking shots left.
On it.
Whoa, shit! I think I might kill this thing! Holy shit, is this gonna work? Is this... Don't tell me, this should not work. Is this gonna work?
Take this.
Did I do it? Oh, that's so fucking stupid. I just didn't fight anyone.
Enemy tank neutralized.
I am so glad that for some reason in his second or third turn he just was like, I'm going to put impassable smoke on the on the 3 enemy units that are out in the open that are about to get murdered by my snipers. It's like, thanks for giving me a smoke screen. I wish I'd given myself a smoke screen. Bye, I guess. Damn right that's an A. I would have been really disappointed if that wasn't an A. Oh, I'm drowning in ducats. You're a maverick, Jaeger. You don't play by the rules. Damn right I'm getting a fucking medal. I deserve a medal for this one. This was dumb. This was silly. I don't understand how he beat me. It's because you showed your fucking arse to him. How the fuck do you think he beat you? You dumb bitch.
General Jaeger, the battalion has almost completely evacuated, sir.
How? Oh yeah, we don't have an army.
All right. Then you shall join with them at Randgrease. And tell this to his grace. The Gallian militia are not to be underestimated.
They're tactical geniuses.
You won't be coming with us?
No. I shall not be returning to the Empire again.
Also, that ammo refill that I got was
Placed my lot
clutch.
on Maximilian's army as the swiftest means to reclaim Firald's sovereignty. I thought force could restore our home. That military might was a country's strength.
Military might is a country's strength.
But then I found myself fallen to the Gallian militia.
Oh, you just noticed the skull on his shoulder? Yeah, no, I noticed that ages ago.
In order to protect their homes, their families.
I mean, technically, isn't that why you were fighting Jaeger?
The strength that shall preserve Gallia. Ah, yes. Tell his grace another thing.
Dude, I'm not a secretary.
True strength lies not in steel and powder. Valkov and the Marmota alone will not win this war.
What the hell is Valkov?
Sir, may the Valkyria watch over you.
And you.
and also with you, we raise up our hearts. We lift them up to the Lord. And then he just walks off to, I assume, be shot by a random fucking... Valkov is cops there from the Valkyria. Good thing we cleared the enemy roadblock. Now we can get to the castle and get a medal. Exactly.
All right, we've broken through Vassal.
That mission was the silliest mission we've done. Like, far and away, that was the silly. I should not have been able to complete that mission the way I did. I made so many mistakes. That was such a dumb mission.
We're in striking distance of Rangries now.
Not the best choice of words, given the situation, Alicia.
Wilkin, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Oh no, don't tell me I'm not going to get my medal.
The Marmota reached the gates at Rangries. It plowed through them and into the castle.
Yeah, but... what about my medal? Can I not get my medal now?
No, we're too late.
It just fucking went through the city. It just went through the city. I read Vassal as Weasel. Ooh, cutscene. I'm surprised that thing can make it down a city street. Oh, fuck! Honest to God, why have we not surrendered already? That's an impenetrable battering ram! Why have we not surrendered? Oh, Christ. This is their military strategy. This is their military strategy. Fucking thunder run it, lads. We'll just run into the Emperor. We'll just run into the Empire cap. We'll just run into the enemy capital. Then what? What do you mean then? What do you mean then what? What do we do after we run into the capital? Then we've won. No, that's not how... I don't think that's how war works. Oh, cool. Loki is gonna show up. Alright, let's save. And then let's go get my medal. I was promised a medal, damn it. That was pretty much the German for us. Yeah, but like, at least the German plan was like, you know, thunder run the capital, capture the heads of state, right? I don't think the Imperial plan has even got that far. I think it's just like 3 words. Thunder run the capital. That's it. That's the whole plan. It's like there's nothing before that. There's nothing after that. That's the plan. We just surround Moscow and then we win. I mean, to be fair, if it wasn't for the fact that most of Stalin's people were like so fucking terrified of him, it might have worked. Like, there's that famous story of like, you know, when Stalin was still being a pussy and like having a bit of a culture, having a bit of a like, he was still in shock at like the fact that the Germans would betray him. Why would our ideological enemies betray us?
My favorite military doctrine is Rush be Psychoblyat.
But yeah, there's that story of like fucking Stalin just in a room by himself, head in his hands, and like it's probably apocryphal, right? But like, his top generals and like advisors and stuff coming into the room, and he's like, "Well, they're here to kill me. This is the end for me. This is they're here to kill me." And then they like get on their knees and they're like, "For the love of God, lead us. We're dying out there. Please take control and put the boot down, please." And he's just like, okay. Not one step back. We hold at Stalingrad and they go no further. Also held at Leningrad, didn't they? Leningrad was St. Petersburg, wasn't it? Again, my knowledge of World War II is scant, to say the least. I was never really interested in it. R&D facility. The R&D facility is to the side of the castle, so everything in the R&D facility is fine. Yes! These guns better look different. Oh yeah, that looks tight. Looks like that is an unnecessary amount of armor on the front of that gun. But cool. Well, that's what your new gun looks like, Kirat. I hope you like it. What's the accuracy one look like? Okay, the accuracy one looks a bit different as well. The accuracy one has like a bit of more protection around the barrel, I guess. What does the firepower one look like? The firepower one's gonna look silly, I bet you. No, it doesn't look that silly. Not comparatively. Like, I think this is the silliest looking one. I like that they all have prop stands on them now. I don't know why a single shot bolt action revolver I don't know why a single shot bolt action rifle would need a prop stand, but you know. There you go. Can't believe it. I can't believe at the start of the game I was excited to see the evolving weapon design. I mean, like, to come from that to like this is like there is a noticeable difference, you know? I don't know if it's worth it to use the 820. Like, this has better range and the aim is better, and you're only losing 2 damage against a person and 3 damage against a tank, and you're not really ever going to be shooting a tank. We've gone from M1 to an M1 with a silly hat. Such a difference. What? Wait, aren't I going into the final mission? Wait, I thought I was going into the final mission. How do I not have access to the last machine gun yet? Are they going to give me the last machine gun after the last mission? I hate when games do that. It's like, here's your final upgrade. It's like, I already finished the game. I'm done. Thanks, I guess. Bye. I hate when games do this. Those two look the same, which means I assume this one is going to look the same as well. It does, in fact, look the same, yes. It's like trying to play spot the difference with these fuck. Oh, I wanted the best sniper rifle. Oh. Replayability function. Think about how easy it'll be to sprint Alicia past machine gun nests in the new game plus. Oh, I don't even get the best flamethrower? Do I get... Oh, okay, at least they gave me the grenade. I was going to be really annoyed if they hadn't given me the grenade.
All set.
So the grenade really looks like they just took the top off of one of the Lancer guns, or the Lancer RPGs, and just like put a stick on the end of it. Oh good, they gave me armor as well. I was worried they weren't going to give me the armor. I did not want to go into the final fight without the best armor I could get. Sure, that former armor that I was using was the only reason fucking Alicia survived as long as she did. And I know that, like, you know, she died like a second later, but she did survive for a few seconds with like 1 HP. The grenades look like Matroyska versions of each other. They do, yeah. No upgrades for the tank? Really? Oh good, a reinforced T-bar. I was so worried I wasn't going to get a reinforced T-bar.
All set for you, bro. It's
Jesus, look at the size of that thing. Christ. That thing is massive. Okay, no high-grade precision periscope, I suppose. Body enchantments. Anti-armor shell. Cool. The Shamrock seems like such a waste, and I think I've said this before, but like because of how expensive it is to use a tank and how slow they are to move, giving me another one was never a good idea. Like, I appreciate the extra CP that I'm getting off of it. I appreciate that. But like, I don't think I've ever used the Shamrock, apart from like when we were retaking Brule. When we were retaking Brule, I used the Shamrock a little bit. But like, aside from that, I've never really used it, like, at all. I really hope you get to collect your medal with that super tank still impaling the castle on ground level. A T-bar is a protein bar aimed at the FTM market. That massive lucrative market of FTMs who want the testosterone bar. Like a literal T-shaped bar that's somehow filled with both protein and testosterone.
here you go.
Oh, that's nice that like one of them is shorter. It feels annoying that like they both only give +1, but one of them takes up more space. That's kind of... It's honestly kind of obnoxious. How big is this? Ooh, too big. Too big is the answer. A monocle sight.
Here you go, bro.
Please be Please be horizontal. Please be horizontal. Please be horizontal. Please be horizontal. No whammies. Yes! Nice. I also, like, isn't it July? I didn't think FTMs existed anymore. Like, that's right. Like, trans people don't exist anymore, right? I know I lost all of my queer desires the minute it became the first. They exist if capital can find a product to sell them. Yeah. Okay, we're right at the end. Surely you have a new story to tell me. Miracle recovery for militia. The 3rd Regiment, our correspondence partners in the Gallian militia, succeeded in putting Imperial tank ace General Radi Jaeger to rout at Vassal, a stone's throw away from the capital. With Jaeger defeated, the Empire's invading force consists solely of the Marmota, still on the advance toward Rangriza's gates, an accompanying squad following behind it. So it's not the only, like, the invasion force consists entirely of the Marmota. Also an entire platoon that's following the Marmota. Like... This miraculous win has given Gallia a spark of the hope that was all but lost after the failure of Operation Maiden Shield. In the wake of their victory, the militia has taken hold of the great vassal bridge and begun to move out in pursuit of the Marmota. Yet the militia is made up of literally just my squad. Like, this war, invasion, whatever you want to call it, has culminated in like the most low stakes fucking like finale ever. It's like, where's the enemy army? They've been destroyed. All they have left is a really big tank. It's like, oh good, then we'll just surround them with the Gallian army. No, the Gallian army has also been destroyed. What? Yeah, we just have one squad of militia, but they have 2 tanks. 2 regular tanks? Well, one regular tank and a small tank. But they also have a baker. Emergency militia draft called. Yeah, I can imagine there was, yeah. The Gallian government has issued an emergency draft for all able-bodied Rangreasers to form a last-ditch defensive line against the the incoming Imperial Dreadnought Marmota. The draft encompasses everyone 15 to 29, as well as men 30 to 45. Because of its grave ramifications for Gallia's economy, only Princess Cordelia possesses the constitutional right to enact this third draft. The princess, however, has not been seen in public since her appearance at the parliamentary meeting late last month. Rumors from within Castle Rangris suggest that she may be seriously ill. At present, Prime Minister Borg is handling nearly all of Gallia's political affairs, with this draft proposal bearing his name as well. It's just hilarious to me that this news article was published probably the day of, if not just a few hours before, fucking a giant, fucking enormous land carrier just bust through the front gates, fucking beelined through the entire town, pushing tanks aside like they were leaves, and then just fucking rear-ended the castle. It's like, well, I'm so glad I joined the militia. As a tank just runs past me at fucking 100 miles an hour and is now lodged in the fucking gates of the castle. She's seriously ill. She cut herself on a middle and now she has sepsis. Quick, dig ditches across the road leading to the capital, then find some trucks, fill them with sand and park them behind the ditches. Hey, if it works in Russia.
Come to make a donation to the Get Ellet's Name on a Book Fund?
I would really like to make my donation to the Get Ellet's Name on a Book Fund. Is there anything that you want me to donate to? No? Okay. I'm so curious as to where that last option under Flower of the Battlefield is from. Maybe it's because I never did the what Lies Beyond Hate or the Flower of the Battlefield. Whichever one of these is the one where it's like the defensive mission where you have to hold off people from like just reaching your camp. I think it was this one. I never did it. I meant to go back and do it and then I didn't.
Come back.
So I wonder, does that preclude me from getting more side missions? Alright, does the guy in the cemetery have anything for me?
I'll teach you mortar support today.
What's the difference between mortar support and artillery support?
Use it to request a mortar strike centered around a specific area.
Ah, okay. Oh no, there's a flaw in the plan. Where is White Gallia? We need the ruler of White Gallia to give Maximilian asylum.
Well, what is your decision?
Yeah, give to me.
Very good. I hope we'll meet again.
Bye. All right. Let's go. Let's march into the castle, confidently past the tank and just be like, here, I know there's a palace coup happening, but I was promised a medal.
For your squad's exemplary performance in the final battle, this royal award.
You know, this time final battle might actually be appropriate.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Your Highness, would you like to talk about the fact that there's a giant land cruiser, just like a giant like land carrier, just like in the front of the castle? No? Are we not gonna talk about the fact that the castle doesn't have a facade anymore because it's just tank now? No? Okay.
May your allegiance to Gallia stand firm.
That was it? Wait, was that it? You brought me all the way here. I had to walk past so many enemy soldiers. It was so awkward. I had to walk all the way in here and interrupt your fucking palace coup just so you could give me a machine gun. Good that your mortar strike is centered on a position rather than the normal ones that just land wherever. I mean, if some of the NPC mortar strikes are anything to go by, Kira, I think that might genuinely be how mortar strikes work in this game. I've learned a secret technique. I'm gonna go back to her once more. Surely Varrosh did not tell me to go all the way to the capital. Varrosh told me to go all the way to the capital just to get a machine gun. My god. Okay. No, fuck. I meant to go to the squad barracks.
Hello, Welkin.
And
there have been some.
See who the newbies are. Audrey. Oh. Finally, she shows up. She's one of the people that Welkin likes. And she also likes Welkin. She's cute. She must never join the party. There can only be one. Oh, he's cute. His little Scar. His cute little Scar.
Come back and.
Equip to all units of this class. Yes? Does that mean it goes on all the tank commanders? No, that meant it went on all of the scouts. Okay. It's actually a better weapon. Funnily enough. Nice. Let's give Alex this. $33. Is there anything better to give to Largo? Not really, no. I have the X20. Equip it to all of you. Engineers bring people's defense down. That's the point of you. Cesare has the 10R. There's nothing better than the 10R at this point, right? No. Well, I mean, there's the 20R, but like, Herself already has that. 1,800 range. Jesus, that is a good range. Actually, I meant to check. What's the defense on my 13? Very unlucky defense on the Lancers. Alright, back to the book. He looks different with the helmet on, doesn't he? Like, I know it's the same person, but for some reason, just the fact that I can't see his hair makes him look like an entirely different person. Huh. Oh. There was something for the personnel tab? What was this? Oh, it was probably the new person that I've unlocked. Are they on this page? I don't think they're on this page. Aubrey is over there. Audrey, there we are. And let's read about Ted. Squad, he's 16? Mia, he's 16 and I think he's available. Mia! Engineers bring enemy defense down. I imagine that fights between engineers end with both knocked out in after their first blow, lads. Squad 7 Scout, aged 16. His greatest love has always been making others laugh, and his clowning persisted after enlistment. He is highly allergic to most metals. Fun fact, our own favourite Wimbley D is also allergic to most metals. That's why it's hard to buy her jewellery. He dreams of becoming a full-time clown once the war ends. Despite countless attempts, he has yet to make Marina laugh even once. At least he's trying. At least he's trying, lads. That's the main thing. Where is Marina? Is she on this page? She is. Squad 7 Sniper, age 24. An aloof beauty. How do I zoom into her face instead of just like her crotch? Ah, like this, okay. Sure, aloof beauty, let's go with that. Squad 7 Sniper. An aloof beauty, she keeps all others at a distance. Her father, a skilled hunter, trained her in the art of marksmanship from childhood. Despising other people interfering with her life above all else, she prefers to be alone. Though a single glare can send him packing, Ted still tries to chat. I love Ted. Ted's a great person. But how quick we blew through the first mission. I was excited to see if we could get through the rest of the game today. Glad you see that we found an encyclopedia. Glad to see we found an encyclopedia. Look, I'm afraid, alright? I'm afraid. Let's see what they say about the Irish girl. Age 35, and a Europa 1 veteran. She didn't hesitate to enlist again to fight for her people. So Irish people live in Gallia, I guess? She holds the bond of friendship above all else. Yeah, maybe if she held onto her gun that strong, she'd be able to fucking hit the side of a barn, maybe. Ever since an ammo shortage left her helplessly watch an ally get killed, she has felt extremely anxious without a loaded weapon close at hand. Aww. I also just realized she's wearing shorts. Combat shorts. Squad 7 Lancer, age 27. Muscles send him to the moon, whether they be his own or those of other gents in the squad. His little sneezes are just adorable. There you go, he has cute little sneezes. So let's see what it says about Best Girl Frisia. Aged 18, called Dancer of the Sands, she roamed the desert as an entertainer until the Empire's attack killed business, driving her to enlist. Having lost her parents at an early age, she grew up footloose and fancy-free. As a result, she is unused to other people counting on her, which she finds taxing. Where's Jane? Is Jane on this page? Maybe Jane is on the next. Yeah, there's Jane. Squad 7 Shock Trooper 27, a florist in Brule until the Imperial invasion destroyed her shop. Ever since, she has fostered a deep hatred for the Empire. Any hesitation she may have felt on the battlefield soon gave way to the feelings of pleasure at defeating Imperials. She began to take front lines by choice. Who's Leon? Oh, yeah, that's his name. Private First Class, age 20, a member of the militia's R&D squad. His chief task lay in development of new weapons. Despite entering a secondary tech school with promising grades, his freewheeling nature soon prompted him to withdraw and wander Gallia until the war broke out. His insistence on testing everything he developed resulted in quality work and one instance of him accidentally driving a tank full bore into a civilian home. Entrusted with outfitting the Shamrock, Leon soon converted Zack's tank into a reflection of his own personality, quick and flighty as a bird. Through his work on various vehicles, he gradually became interested in driving, and often tried his hand at the wheel of anything he could find in the hangar. Fuck, remember pre-late stage capitalism where you could just wander the country if you didn't want to get a job? I do, yeah. Well, I don't, but I remember I know enough older people that I've heard stories. Sounds like it was great. Yeah, that's all I'm kind of interested in. Have we unlocked new skirmishes yet? Oh, I guess we've unlocked all the skirmishes, I just haven't done them. Oh, we haven't unlocked the final skirmish, which is the skirmish number 9, which is the mission we literally just did. Right, well, we're in the finale. Wish I could be a nomad, wash dishes for a meal in a room. She's really calm for someone who's been palace cooed.
Your Highness honors me with an audience. I offer my thanks.
Who are you?
Me, Maximilian, stand humbly before you.
Oh, right.
Your Highness, you must allow me to apologize for the somewhat brutish manner of my entrance to your domain.
You mean when you fucking ran headfirst into my castle?
Our commander, the great Maximilian, to cross our sovereign border with such lightning speed. Your tactics are admirable.
Lightning speed? It's been a year.
They call Borg. You attempt to ally yourself with the Federation. Then you turn over a new leaf and become the Empire's informant.
It is all to ensure that Gallia remain a stable nation, of course. Ours is a small land, as you know. Our fate is made secure by such agreements. The sovereign state of Gallia will accept unconditional surrender and become a vassal state to your empire. In return, by our treaty, and your grace's favor, I, your humble servant Borg, will rule Gallia in your stead.
This dude is about to get murked.
I'm afraid you're mistaken. What use could we possibly have for Gallia as a vassal state? We, Maximilian, shall be the one to assume the Archduchy, and then Gallia shall be made anew under us.
But we agreed.
Then as sole master of this palace, we shall wake the lance that lies resting within its walls, Valkov, the key to ruling all Europa.
The lands. How could you know?
My dear
You literally just heard that your man is a traitor.
you shall serve as our bride. The Valkyrian bloodline, legacy of the great House Rongries, would be a fitting dowry for us, King of Europa.
The Valkyrian bloodline? I see. You wish to ransom Europa with its power.
Indeed. The reverence and respect the people of this continent hold for that ancient blood is undiminished to this day.
Well then, I hate to disappoint you, but this is the true face of House Rongries.
Your Highness.
She's a dude. She's a dude. She's a dude. She has horns.
Impossible.
She.
Really?
What? She's a Darkson.
As you can see, my blood is not Valkyrian. It is Darkson.
Princess, what is the meaning of this?
Wait, how did no one know this? Wait, how did no one know this up until this point?
Thousands of years passed. The Valkyrie invaded from the north to lay claim to Europa.
How did no one notice? I get it, she wears a hat all the time, but at some point she was like, what the fuck? Are you saying that over the past few centuries, no one in the entirety of fucking the entire continent has ever seen these people's hair? Really? Like they have handmaids. She has handmaids and servants and people who dress her and wash her. Like, how has no one ever seen her hair? How has no one ever seen her hair? I think it's a plot hole that the Duke guy didn't know. He's way too creepy not to have tried to sex crime her and find out. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, I agree with you on that, Jacob.
The indigenous people, the Darkson tribes, fought them for control of this land.
How did no one fight? Like, Jesus Christ. I could see maybe a bit of, like, I could see slightly how they could get away with this if, like, everyone up until her was Valkyrie, and then she was, like, adopted or whatever, because, like, her parents were, like, gay or infertile or whatever, and she was adopted, and they were like, oh, we'll take in a Darkson baby, and then, like, they knew how racist people were against Darkson, so they, like, hid her nature or whatever. But, like, she's implying that her entire bloodline, her entire house is Darkson. Like, her house must be, she's a noble house. Her house must be enormous. Like, if Crusader Kings has taught me anything, it's that, like, aristocratic houses are massive. Like, are you saying no one has ever seen any of them with their hats off? Ever? Like, those darn infertile gays. You get so many in Gallia.
But the powers of Ragnite they possessed were too great. The Darkson cities were burned. The struggle continued, though its conclusion was clear. Ultimately, one influential clan among the Darkson tribes defected to the Valkyrie side.
Was it your clan? It was your clan, wasn't it?
The Darkson were defeated and quickly became slaves to the Valkyrie.
And victorious, the Valkyria authored history to blame Darksons for scorching the earth. Of course, then the descendants of that clan of treacherous Darksons lived on as...
Yes, as House Rongries.
Rongries.
In return for their betrayal, the Valkyrie established them as the rulers of Gallia. We donned the identity of our masters and were complicit in the Darkson slander.
I can't help but look at Maximilian and just... I can't think of her name, but the cover... The lady on the cover of Elden Ring. Or at least in all the promotional art for Elden Ring.
With a perfect scapegoat, the people quickly acquiesce to new rule. A common tale.
A common tale that has caused me much grief. To face my people deceptively has pained me. Until the day came that I ran from that pain, trading my free will for comfort. Were it not for a single officer's words, I would no doubt still be lost in that conceit.
I can't play Elden Ring because my CPU is too old. Oh, I'm sorry, Jack. Have you considered getting a PlayStation 5? I hear that they're only slightly overpriced at the moment because they're not being scalped as much as they used to be scalped.
I am bound by neither fate nor duty to obey the false blood within me. I live by my own will. I live for the sake of Gallia and its people.
I love that she's doing all of this with a unicorn horn on her head.
This alone is my calling.
All the more reason to be my bride.
No. For the sake of my people, I shall see you dead!
Dude, he's wearing armor. What did you think you were going to do?
What delightful barbarism. Do all Gallian brides share your lust for blood?
Only Darkson ones.
If you desire safety for your people, it would behoove you to obey me, Highness.
Ha! Behoove, because she has a horse on her head.
My possession. To see your homeland burn again, that would be a shame.
Prime Day is coming up in a week, so hopefully there'll be a sale to enable it. Hopefully. Whew. That whole reveal of like that whole reveal of like my secret is that I have dark hair. I was like, oh my god. And no one ever knew that she had dark hair. Oh my dude, that got me. That got me. She's been handing out experimental rifles hand over fist. Maybe she should have kept one for this occasion.
Has something happened? What's all the commotion?
Yeah, I imagine it was a rough night for this guy, just in the middle of solitary confinement, and then everything went 20 meters to the left. She's secretly Asara's mother. She's secretly Asara's sister.
It's them. The Imperial Army invaded Rangries.
She's secretly Asara's sister, so that we can still hold on to the sister bait plot. And, have Welkin have a love interest with his sister.
What?
They crashed through the city walls with a huge tank and drove it into the castle.
Yeah, they just went straight. They just did a fucking beeline straight for the. Like, it was mental. You should have seen it. They just did a beeline straight for the castle. It was fucking crazy.
And now they're doing some kind of work on the tank still half stuck into the castle.
So stupid. Oh, it's so stupid that their whole plan was just like bum rush the castle. What if the tank gets stuck and its butthole is hanging out for everyone to see? Its butthole is where its weakness is. Nah, it'll be grand. It'll be grand. It is a 40k ass plan. Yeah, it really is.
Work on that. Did they learn of the Valkov's location? No. I can't afford to wait around here. Sorry, but...
My chest... It's tight. It hurts.
So, it's 1936. I don't care. Fucking die.
What's wrong?
My heart. Help me.
He's not the best actor.
Are you all right?
Thankfully, Jail Guard is an idiot. If you take this cutscene out of, if you take this, like, just this scene, just this picture right here out of context, Faldio in a prison cell by himself, his face is turned towards the wall, and he's just going, This could be a very, you could interpret this multiple ways without, out of context, is all I'm saying.
Hey, talk to me.
I'm sorry.
Let go of...
You think they'd stop you from jerking off in a solitary confinement cell? I don't know. I'd like to say no. But then at the same time, like, I do know that you're not allowed to masturbate in, like, Gen Pop. And you're not allowed to masturbate generally in, like, detention facilities. So I imagine solitary confinement would be no different. Like, you've lost your liberty, right? Like, there's certain things you can't do, one of which is masturbation. Thud! Single thud!
Forgive me. I've got to get to Randgrease. I just hope I'm in time.
Wait, I thought you were in Randgrease. Where the fuck are you? Wait, if you're not being held prisoner in the capital, where are you? Also, what? How did you hear the commotion if you're not in the where is he? Can't wait to see a YouTube short about prison craft flashlights. They exist. Probably some dudes who were too prideful to go gay for this day, so they like, probably invented flashlights. It's not that hard to make a homemade pocket pussy.
Focus your attacks on the spot damaged by Sergeant Melchiot in the previous battle. Exploit that, gain access to the interior, and destroy the Dreadnought's engine. Follow?
Sure.
Yes, Captain.
Who the fuck is that ugly motherfucker? Oh, I remember him. That's random galleon officer, yeah. God, he's ugly.
I'm confident you can do this, soldiers. You are dismissed.
Looks like his face fell into a cement mixer.
Quite a risky operation.
I know. I'm worried about morale if everyone feels like it's a suicide mission.
So at the end of this entire war, if everyone lives and we win, Barat comes out of this as a brigadier general, right? Right? Like, he looks like his face was reduced to an injection molded plastic. He looks like his face was rendered entirely by Unreal 3.
We're used to your crazy missions by now, aren't we, guys?
Yeah, you bet. Nothing bothers me anymore now.
And it helps to know that if we can just win this one, our war will be over.
We'll do it for Isara, and all the other friends we lost along the way.
You know that if you win this battle, the war isn't over, right? Like there's still an entire army that's attacking the Federation. All they need to do is, like, send away some reserves to, like, attack you. He looks like an enemy from the original Duke Nukem.
And for all of Gallia's people.
One more victory, and they'll have peace.
Words fail me. Thank you.
Remember that time you got us to war crime a man? Or you attempted to get us to war crime a man? And then we sent him back to the Empire, and then the Empire war crimed him? Remember that? Good times.
All right, everybody, get ready to deploy.
Almost showtime, huh, Welkin?
Don't you have a husband, Ellet? Like, the country is about to collapse. Go be with your loved ones. Jesus Christ.
Militia rides into Randgrease Showdown. Mind if I put y'all's story on the radio?
What radio? The country is collapsing, Elliot. What radio?
I'm afraid I can't go help you fight. But I'd like to do what I can to stand by you, as ace journalist Irene Ellett.
Okay, why not? Our activities are hardly a secret to the Empire at this point.
Oh, I get it. She's engaged. She's engaged and her husband's name is Kohler. She's the one who wrote our book. I must have completely glossed over the fact that her name was Irene. Because, like, up until right now, it was like... It's weird that this person is cataloging our story, but our story was written by some chick named, like, Irene Collett, or Collar, or whatever. Irene Collar, I think is her name. And I was like, I was waiting for the moment when Ellett was going to get, like, killed in action or something. Probably in the last mission. And then her stories would be taken up by this Irene Collar person, but Irene Collar is just her. Just like, she changes her name when she gets married, and I feel really stupid now.
Irene Ellett, huh? I can't remember ever hearing your full name like that.
Okay, good. That's the first time we've heard that her first name is Irene. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit less stupid.
At least until the war ends and I get married. Then I'll be Irene Kohler, just FYI.
Or you could, you know, hold on to your original name and have one of those weird double barrel names.
This'll be my last big assignment as an Ellett. Time to do the old name proud.
Do not at double barrel thing.
Give me a status report on affixing the lance.
On affixing the lance. I feel like, and this will only be applicable to anyone in any of you who've played Sonic Adventure Director's Cut. But this feels a lot like we're on the egg carrier in Act 3.
Work should be complete shortly, followed by final testing, sir.
I'm waiting for it to like shift and change form. They're getting more common over here as well. I think they look weird with how long they're. It's like, I think you should take whoever's surname is the coolest.
Good. Keep it moving along, soldier.
Yes, sir.
I knew it. They came to the capital to get at the Valkov.
How the fuck did this dude get on the land cruiser? Wait, Jacob, do you have a double barrel now?
Bastards. You won't have it.
Seriously, how the fuck did he get on the... How did he get on the Marmota? Do you mind if I ask what it is? Or do you mind sharing, I suppose?
Now, Your Highness, affix your signature.
I think you might have meant... Yeah, I think you mentioned it before. I was just like, I can't think of it right now. Now, Your Highness, sign your signature to the Treaty of Marriage, or I will cut your fingers off, and you will be forced to write it with your hand. Oh yeah, you did know. Yeah, I'm looking at the name now. You did tell me what your full name was before. Like, as soon as I saw it, I remembered it. Yeah.
You have no choice if you wish to keep your people safe.
Is the first name your mother's, or is the second name your mother's? You have no choice if you wish to keep your people safe.
Your Grace, sir!
Be silent. This treaty seals our victory.
Known you for too long for you to have not found out my shame. Oh yeah, no, like you've definitely you've definitely shared. Like I think if not the double barrel, then at least one of those names was in that article that you shared with me about your granddad. And I think you mentioned your name somewhere before. I don't know if I've ever heard the Robert part before.
Sir, the Gallians have broken through the vassal defenses.
Can I call you Bobby?
Is defeated. Now the militia is headed here to Randgrease even as we speak.
What?
Newsflash from Radio GBS, your source for the news.
So is Ella like a news presenter, or is she a journalist? Because she appears to be both. Also, what do you think GBS News? Gallia Broadcasting Service, I guess? First name is your mother's, your last name is your dad's. Okay.
The Gallian militia has faced and thwarted the Empire's defenses at Vassal Bridge.
So? They're like one squad and we have like a super tank.
They march now to the capital to liberate it from occupation.
Oh, right! That's my bro, Welkin!
My yank!
Wait, why isn't... Okay, this is why people in the squad keep dying. It's not because of my stupid tactic. It's because Hans isn't there to protect them.
Huh. Reckon I did a fair job whipping those kids into shape.
Like, one, why is the drill instructor not part of the militia? What, not part of like the home guard or whatever? You really should be on the front lines. And two, I'm very confused. Like Hans is the team mascot. I thought he traveled in the tank with us. It's weird. I suppose a part of me knew it was kind of silly that we'd be bringing a pig around with us everywhere in the tank, but like, there's sillier things that I've come across in this game. GBS is a pirate radio station called Gay Bear Sounds. It was requisitioned for military use in the war.
Citizens of Gallia, keep your faith alive. Turn and face the threat ahead and fight.
How? They have a giant fuck-off tank that's bigger than the city. What do you want us to do?
Go, Welkies, go! We're all cheering for you. Now make us proud.
I'm so happy that Martha didn't get fridged. I'm so glad Martha's baby didn't get fridged. I wish Sarah hadn't gotten fridged.
Belgian, if you're watching up there, your son could probably use a little help.
Okay, so he knew me, da. Are we ever gonna find out who Aged Gentleman is? Whoever he is, he knew me dad.
So be it. We shall fight them off ourselves.
We shall fight them on the beaches.
Yes, sir.
And then what do you want us to do, sir? Back it out and turn it around and face the enemy. It's kind of stuck in the castle, sir. Yeah, we're gonna need sappers and several days to remove it. There's an entire castle on top of it.
Last time their war witch had us on the defensive.
Why is the you and us capitalized? I guess he's using the royal us, maybe? Oh.
But now we possess a lance of our own. Let us settle this now for all time.
Sure. I've got like 2 hours to kill you. Let's see how we get on.
May the Valkyria protect you. Leave the defense of Castle Randgrease to me.
My god. This dude really is a quisling, isn't he? He's offered up this place on a silver platter to this man, and this man has just been like straight up, no. I will rule this place personally. Fuck you. And it was like, don't worry, I will still kiss your boot. Oh yeah, I only have 1 hour. Yeah, I forgot that I started late. Oh well.
Do we look the fool that might trust a dog with so little loyalty to his master as you?
This is one of the few things that Maximilian has ever said that I've respected him for.
Put this man to death by firing.
Yay!
The Gallia of tomorrow has no place for him.
Yay!
Maximilian, we had agreed. We had an understanding.
All right, come along.
Stop this! Desist at once! Who are you to touch me?
He reminds me of the guy that I was talking about earlier from that side mission with Varrot, where like Varrot wanted to war crime him, but then she got convinced not to, and then he got sent back to the Empire and he got killed anyway.
Welkin, you are our final hope. Please, I beg of you, make victory yours.
I would have made victory mine if you'd given me the fucking medal you promised me. Is it gonna back out? Yep, it's just gonna back out. It's taking the tower with it! I get it, inside the tower is the lance, right? But that's still hilarious that it's just taking the tower with it. Well, at least now we know why it had scaffolding on top of it. I think, like, I might be wrong, but I think we're too close for that cannon to hit us. Like, I think if it shoots, even at its lowest arc, it'll be shooting behind us. Odds on it standing up and becoming a Gundam. Oh, I wish. Why didn't he take the helmet off? Oh no, he took the helmet off.
Marmota sighted ahead, sir. Range, 4,000 meters.
What's that big pointy thing on top?
What's the big pointy thing?
I've seen that.
You have?
It's just like the Valkyrian lance, the one that Alicia carried.
It's a bit bigger.
Look out, Sevens! Clear the Marmota's forward path! Move it!
The Gallian militias fanned out ahead of us in a line, sir.
In a line?
4,000 meters.
They say that in antiquity, the Valkyria called upon Valkov's light to crush and subjugate the entire Darkson tribe. The greatest weapon of all time, fashioned into something as pedestrian as a castle tower. How could they have known?
That must have been a very narrow tower to try and walk around inside.
By the Marmota we have engineered to bear it.
If this thing was in the middle of it, like.
Upon the land. Now, know the futility of your struggles.
There can't have been much room to move around inside that tower.
Scorch the earth.
I was gonna say, surely this thing is going to blow the fucking. We told them to fan out. Didn't we tell them to fan out? But yeah, like if that wasn't a laser weapon, it would like just push the tank so far back that it would end up back inside the fucking. It would probably push the tank so far backwards that it would like be back inside the castle.
Hot damn! If we'd been one step slower, we'd be a big pile of dust by now.
So every time we encounter allies that might be able to help us, they get vaporized.
Stay clear of the front of that thing! Move around to its side!
People really should stop trying to help us. It's apparently a death sentence.
Dare you face us yet, after that display?
Can you imagine being the engineer charged with designing the mount that needs to connect a mythical lance that is inside a tower in a hostile country that you can't enter, and the only dimensions you have are from folktales told in song? Honestly, I've known engineers that have had vaguer project details. They'd probably be fine. Wonder how the ancient Valkyria moved that thing, right? Like I thought part of the plan when he like bum rushed the castle to like take the lance was going to be like the queen or the princess was going to be like she would have Valkyria blood in her, or she was supposed like his goal, I assumed, was that she would have Valkyria blood and she would be able to activate the weapon. But apparently the weapon can just be activated by running electricity through it. I have no idea how Stone Age. I have no idea how early medieval Vikings managed to power the thing.
We wield power enough to bring any foe to his knees. This is the future face of warfare.
I mean, not really. Is it very powerful? Yes, but it only shoots in a line. A very narrow line. For not that long. It shoots in a very narrow line for about 6,000 meters, and then, like, you need to charge and wait for, like, 15 minutes. 15 minutes in-game, probably closer to, like, several hours IRL. This man clearly hasn't seen Star Wars, I know, right? Like, I would love to know what the power structure of the Empire is, because, like, I think we were talking about this last time, right? It's that, like, I'm assuming that, like, he is the crown prince from certain things we've been told, right? That he is the crown prince, and his father, the emperor, is leading, quote unquote, the forces that are attacking the Federation. Surely, if his father, let him have the Marmota. Like, it seems like this entire tank was designed, as Jacob said, to just, like, pick up this lance, like, run into this castle, pick up this lance, and then get the fuck out, right? But, like, why are they still in the Baltic? Why are they not in East Germany? Why are they not in Central Europe attacking their main enemy? Like, why are they still fighting in the Baltic? This is pointless. We don't have a fucking army anymore. Yes, currently we're stalling. Just the future of warfare until someone invents planes. Exactly. Funguson, I would highly suggest going back and watching the stream from the start. And then skipping forward to when I fought General Jaeger. Because that mission was hilarious, and I think you would enjoy watching it. He's not the crown prince, he's an illegitimate son that has fought his way into the group of heirs that are in contention. Did you read that from the wiki, Kirat? Is that true? I can't tell. Can't tell if you're being serious or if you're making a reference.
To impress the magnitude of our power upon the world, you shall all die gruesomely.
Oh. That makes even less sense then. Why would he be given any resources?
Now, cross us if you dare. Our history of unrivaled glory begins here.
Tilt that arm like a couple more degrees higher, and we've got a very concerning enemy. Chapter 19 goes on for a bit, doesn't it? Whoops. Save. Alright, lads, we're in the end game now. Okay, so there's 2 more missions. We're probably not going to do 2 missions tonight. Maybe I should just leave it till Friday. Your squad thankfully managed to avoid that blast and is currently stationed at the Marmota's side. You may not be so lucky next time. Well, I mean, what do you mean next time? We're at its site. I can't imagine it turns. I imagine it turns like a brick. Surely we will constantly be by its side. This may be our only chance to destroy the beast. It's now or never. Your target is the area along the Dreadnought's side that the Valkyria previously damaged. The Valkyria has a name. It's Mama Bread. The opposition consists of the cannons mounted on the ship's side and endless wave... Endless? Right, endless. Endless waves of troops from the front hatch. Station teams at the Dreadnought's front and side. I can't even see the front of it. Oh, the front... No, that's the back of it. Where the propellers are is the back of it. Whatever. Station teams at the Dreadnought's front and side, which will work in tandem to stop the enemy. The ultimate objective here is to destroy that giant lance. That said, it's protected by a shell of light? What? Nothing we've thrown at it so far has made a dent. Begin by hammering at the damaged plating. You need a point of entry before you can do anything else. I think it's safe to say you face a battle unlike any fought since the dawn of war. I'll trust your judgment out there. One of us is a baker. One of us is a comedian. One of us is literally a clown. Largo just likes vegetables. Frisia just likes to dance. And the entirety, the entirety of this country's well-being balances on us, does it? Okay. Which Dawn of War? I hope it's Dawn of War 2. I love when games just throw infinite waves of enemies at you until you kill one specific unit or get to a certain location. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? It's never obnoxious. Okay, what? What unit is this? That is the Edelweiss. Okay, so the Edelweiss is by itself. I assume there's going to be dudes on top of the tank I'm going to need to shoot. And then it's a tank, so we're going to need Largo and Hector. And let's say... yeah, Largo and Hector should be enough. Well, obviously Alicia goes up front, right? Okay, Kira, you're looking after the Shamrock in this mission. Sad that you can't use ramming maneuvers in this game. There's a lot of things that you should be able to do in this game that you can't. Alright, let's deploy. Let's see how this goes.
The capital hinges on this. Concentrate your fire on that dreadnought and destroy it.
Okay.
Our target is the Marmota. Sink it at all costs. Squad 7, move out!
Here we are, actually squaring off against the Marmota.
Which is so big that its side reflects the confines of the map.
Yeah, this will really be the final battle.
It won't be the final battle though, because I saw in the book that there's another fight after this. There's like this fight, and then there's 2 or 3 cutscenes, and then there's another fight.
Lieutenant Gunther.
Wait, why are you here?
Right?
How did you get here? How are you not under guard in the palace? How the fuck did you get here?
Princess Cordelia, what are you doing here, Your Highness?
How did she get here?
I know I may just be in the way, but I wish to be of assistance however I am able.
Her throne was stuck to the front of the Marmota.
I wish to fight as well. Allow me to stand in defense of my homeland.
No? No. No. Yeah, I'm gonna go with no. You have no combat experience or training. Be like trying to send Isara into no, that's not fair to Isara. Isara was good at combat. It'd be like trying to send Kreese, the current tank driver, into combat.
I understand. We'd be honored to have your help in the rear guard. Here's the plan. Start by focusing our fire on the hole Alicia's lance made.
If you hadn't kissed her and turned her into a human again, she would have done much more to this fucking tank than just put a hole in the side of it.
The Dreadnought's side is lined with cannons though, so you'll need to be careful.
Of course.
Roger.
Also, tanks can use the depression in front of the Marmota to fire upward.
What? What does that mean?
Right. I'm on it.
Oh, right.
We've come through a lot of tight spots, Sevens. Believe in yourselves. I know we can do this. Squad 7, move out!
I really don't want to do this mission. I really don't want to do this mission. I really, really, really don't want to do this mission. This seems like such a shit mission. It's just like, hey, there's a wall of guns in front of you. Good luck. I don't want to do this. This is like my least favorite type of mission. Why are there dudes over here? Oh, god damn it. Okay, so that's an anti-tank turret. And loads of anti-tank turrets. Okay. We have a trooper elite. Alright, well, I'm gonna need to use these snipers to get rid of these people.
Order's an order. No one gets away from me.
Hey, Ted! Wait, can I not see the enemy? Son of a bitch, I can't see the enemy. Where the fuck am I being shot from?
Imperials closing in.
Christ almighty. Okay, which one of these is a sniper? Is it you? No. Is it you? No. Is it you? Yep. Jesus, look at how much I can zoom in. That's insane.
Easy, Mark.
What? What the f- Did he dodge? He dodged a sniper bullet at his head. What?
Trying to bum me off? So long.
I didn't know you could dodge sniper bullets.
Who are these guys?
Trying to bum me off? No one gets away from me.
Except that one guy who ducked me. That guy gets away from me. Trooper elite. Trooper elite.
see what you get?
Man down. Everybody be careful.
Roger.
Ow, 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 ow! Fucking hell, Christ almighty.
Penetrate!
I'm not done yet.
You zoomed in so much the game thought you were in melee range. Apparently, yeah.
We're all going to die.
We're not all going to die, Catherine. Shut up. I mean, some of you are probably going to die, but like...
I'm not done yet.
Man down.
It's all my fault again.
Oh, that makes sense now. Her saying it's all my fault again. It makes sense now that we've read her backstory. We know that. So, to inform you, Funguson, her backstory is that she ran out of bullets once, so she had to watch as one of her comrades was like murdered or killed. So now she has anxiety anytime her gun isn't fully loaded. Because she was in the First World War.
I'm not done yet.
Because she is an old woman of 35. Right, now that we have no one behind us.
Come in. I repeat, come in. Can't these...
What do we do?
Been waiting here.
What? Oh, I can shoot this. Can I? Maybe. So, it shows that this is targetable, but I'm not sure I can hit it with my Lancer? These are the things that are fucking killing me. Thanks, Alicia. You're doing the Lord's work.
Understood. Checkmate. Nothing personal. Sweet dreams.
I forgot that there was a Lancer up there. 35? By JRPG standards, she should be in retirement home by now. Just found out that there's gonna be a Suicide Squad isekai anime. In another world with the Joker. What the fuck? What? Okay, wait. Okay, let me restart this. I need to put people in better positions so I don't... I need to put people in better positions so I don't have to run my snipers past the fucking shower of bullets. Yeah. Right. Right. Okay, let's go.
Our reclaiming the capital hinges on this. Concentrate your fire. Maybe
you read it wrong, Jacob. Maybe it's not like the DC's Joker. Maybe it's Joker from Persona 5.
Here we are, actually squaring off against the Marmota.
No, it's literally the entire Suicide Squad getting isekai'd into a fantasy.
Here's the Dreadnought.
No, Jacob, shut up. Let me live in this reality I have constructed for myself. It's easier. It's being made by the people that made Attack on Titan. A lot of people like Attack on Titan.
Understood. Checkmate. It's easier alone. Good night.
I'm too afraid to. I'm afraid to zoom in too close now, just in case they duck me. Which is apparently a thing they can do.
Understood. Checkmate. Good night. The hunt continues.
Nice. Good girl.
Dreams.
Nice work. Keep taking.
The hunt begins. Checkmate.
I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I never got into Attack on Titan. I tried to watch it, and I watched like the first 2 or 3 episodes, and I came to the idea that the main character, I think his name, no, is his name Jaeger? No, he is a Jaeger. I think. Whoever the main character of Attack on Titan is, the biggest, whiniest bitch of a character I've ever encountered in my entire life. Eren. I think his name is Eren? Yeah, that's basically why we started watching. That's basically why we started watching Attack on Titan, because it was like, you know, everyone's raving about this show. It's apparently the best things in sliced bread. We might as well watch it. And yeah, I got like, I'd say 2 or 3 episodes in, and the main character was just like, wow, you're such a fucking cranky little bitch. Fucking hell. You just moan about everything.
Sweet dreams.
I didn't bother with the second season because the story is paced fucking awfully. Yeah, good.
Understood. Checkmate.
Can I hit that guy? No. What? Did I hit the tank? I hit the fucking tank. I hit the fucking tank. There should really be an indicator if there's something in front of you. Like, if you can't see it, how am I supposed to know it's there? Position my units. Alicia up the front. Rosie to the side. Go there. Go there. Chest right there. Marina there. I can't wait for the 30-minute overrun as well. We've managed to chip it down to 40 minutes left in the stream. Can't wait for the 30-minute overrun. I think there should be a save scumming counter for this run. Dude, if there was like an ability to restart missions, do you know how often I would use that ability? Christ, it would be so much easier if I could just restart missions instead of having to fucking do this save load bullshit. Put Ted in the middle, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna need a second. I'm gonna need Ted. Right. See how that goes. I think it's fun that Fire Emblem has a hardcore mode where characters can die as you progress through the game, but the ability to reset the game is relatively easy. You can even rewind turns. Yep. Yeah. No, that's what I used to like. When I used to play the Fire Emblem games, it was the variety that I liked. Like the ability to like play it as hard as you want, but also like ease it up for yourself when you got to a point that you just got annoyed with.
Our reclaiming the capital hinges on
Where Valkyria Chronicles encourages you to roll with dead characters by making the game suck ass.
Our target is the Marmota. Sink it at all costs.
This has been an interesting, I will say, this has been an interesting little story. I'll be glad when the game is over. Mostly because I'm looking forward to seeing what Sleeper Citizen is like, but also because I realized today that after I'm done with Sleeper Citizen, I get to play Psychonauts 1 and 2, and I'm so fucking hyped for that. But yeah, no, I'll be glad when this is over. It was an alright game. I'm glad I played it. I'm glad I finally got it off my to playlist. But like,
here's the plan. Start by focusing our.
I would never like if this is definitely one of those games that like is like this game is like the epitome of what this whole streaming project is for me, right? Like there's no way I would have ever finished this game without streaming. Like, because like I wouldn't even probably have gotten as far as Jacob did, right? Like I would have probably gotten to like the second or third mission, maybe the fourth mission, and just been like, no, fuck this game. This game's shit. Psychonauts 1 and 2.
Roger.
Or you could just experience them with me. You don't have to know what the story is before I do them.
Also, tanks.
Understood. Checkmate. Good night.
I want to play them though. I don't want my first time to be bastardized. Could have been an insult to my stream, but okay.
The hunt begins. Checkmate. Nothing personal. Sweet dreams.
Well, they're both on the Game Pass, so.
Understood. Checkmate. Sweet dreams.
Nice work. Keep taking them down.
I like that both of my dudes turned to look at me because I shot over their head. They're like, my dude, are you kidding me? That bullet came really close to me.
Keep that front line strong.
Ready yourselves for the next attack.
Oh, Jesus.
Unbelievable.
End the current action. Nice.
Entering combat.
Okay, so can I aim at it?
Fire!
Yes.
We've blown open the damaged area on the Marmota's side. Yes, the plating on that spot was vulnerable after all.
That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
Side plating damaged in that explosion appears usable as a foothold. You're right. It looks like we could climb up from there.
Judging from its design, the Ragnite drive system is likely near the propellers. If foot soldiers could get at those to attack them, they may be able to do further damage.
Okay, let's go with that plan of attack.
Wait a bit longer and see how they move.
Let's go, let's go! Throw everything you got at it!
That thing! Was it in the castle tower?
Watch out for them!
Here we go!
You can't let them get away with what they've done.
Unbelievable. Stay close out there.
My turn, okay?
Okay.
Think you can stop me?
Okay.
Good. That makes things a bit easier.
What was that attack?
I have no idea where I'm going.
Open fire! Enemy unit spotted!
Where?
Enemy unit spotted!
Can't these Gallian worms see that?
I'll knock him dead. I can see your punchline from a mile away. Nice, huh? Just us guys. I love playing to a full house.
Keep that cover fire coming.
I love playing to a full house.
He loves playing to a full house. Alicia now has tinnitus.
All units, watch your surroundings.
Thank you, thank you. Enemy found.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Ted because I'm afraid that if I go with Alicia, I'll run into Ted, and Ted won't be able to, and I won't be able to get past Ted.
From a mile away. I love playing to a full house.
He loves playing to the old full house. Where am I going?
I love playing to a full house.
Love it. Can't beat the old full house. What a... Whoa. Is this what I'm shooting at? I'm so confused as to what I'm supposed to be shooting at. Is this... Oh, yeah, that's what I'm supposed to be shooting at. Okay. Yes? No. I have no idea what I hit. I have no idea what I hit. I have no idea what I hit. Oh shit. Okay, good. I can't hit him because of the propellers. Oh shit. There goes Marina.
My rifle. Where's...
I think Marina's about to get captured, which is not a good thing. I'm gonna have to restart. Actually, if I have to restart again, I'm just gonna leave this until Friday. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do.
Under minor fire.
That's not fair. There's a smoke screen. I guess he can see through the smoke screen. He's at the edge of it. Oh no, Kira! Oh, that's a big area. Good thing there's literally no one over there. Maybe a Lancer could do it?
Roger, roger.
Don't die, Kira. Don't die. Fuck. Alright. No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Do I want to restart this mission again? Not really. Half an hour. Fuck it. I might as well restart the mission one more time, I suppose. System load. I really need to save after I fucking deploy my units. Yep. Yep. A skip button would be fucking great. Do I want to put someone in that last position? Not really. Like, they're not going to be in cover. I suppose I could run them to the Shamrock. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. Yep.
Our target is the Marmota. Sink it at all costs. Squad 7, move out! Yeah.
Skip. Come on. I heard someone describe this the other day as like the swiftness of replayability and how it affects like your enjoyment or your not your enjoyment but your like patience with a game. Like with Super Meat Boy and stuff was the example they used, was like you can fail at Super Meat Boy as many times as you want and it doesn't matter because like a second later you're back in Super Meat Boy doing it again. Whereas like with games like this, it's just like you failed. Alright, give me like 3 minutes to restart it. I know, like, you know, games like this, you're not supposed to restart. You're just supposed to take the deaths and just go with it. But, like,
understood. Checkmate. Nothing personal. The hunt continues. Sweet dreams.
Finally ours for the taking.
Understood. Checkmate.
Enemy unit approaching.
Good night.
specifically puzzle games and the gap between mentally figuring out what you need to do and the time it takes to execute that in game. Like effectively that's what this game is, right? Like it can call itself a tactics game all at once. This is a puzzle game. The puzzle generally being, how do I get my fucking scout to the enemy flag as quickly as possible? Like this isn't a tactics game. There's no tactics to this.
The hunt begins.
The only tactic is get to the objective as quickly as possible.
That won't save you. Good night.
I like how the guy behind him ducked. The guy behind him ducked. Brilliant. Okay, so can I run to a barricade?
We could use some backup.
So she should be fine even if people from over here attack her, right? Because she's crouched. She's technically behind a barricade. So...
Entering combat.
Strategy games are just more obfuscated puzzle games. Yeah, basically. any point in me being here? Am I just making it more difficult for my units to get to the... I think I might just be making it more difficult for my units to actually get to the objective.
Gallia is finally ours for the taking.
Entering combat.
My turn, okay?
You can't let them get away with what they've done.
Man down. Everybody be careful.
I wish that, you know, there was more of an incentive to pick up enemy guns. Like, if maybe when you ran into enemies, like you got health back or something. Because, I don't know, something dumb like fucking, I don't know, you got a med pack off them or something. Some kind of explanation.
Enemy unit spotted.
Alright, well, here's my plan. Let's see if it's the right plan. Feels like it might not be the right plan, but it's the only thing I can think of. Okay, let's see how this goes. Let's hope Largo doesn't die. I don't think Largo's in range of those, There is one mechanic that I've always I've grown to appreciate more as the game's gone on, which is like the ability to like wait. Oh, there goes Marina again.
My rifle. Where's...
But yeah, the ability to stop advancing units by shooting them. I appreciate that.
Damage minimal.
Okay. I thought that was targeting fucking... I thought that was targeting Largo for a second. Kirat's seen better days. Ooh, they do not like Kirat.
Been waiting here.
Squad 7, all our hopes are in your hands now. Don't...
Okay, so my plan did not work. That was my plan. My plan was to destroy these things with a lance. Apparently a lance does nothing to these things. Maybe I'm aiming at the wrong side. I'm gonna try shoot them from the underside.
Been waiting here.
Maybe that'll do something. I don't know. Like if I'm not supposed to shoot them from, like I don't know where I'm supposed to shoot this thing from. Okay. Well, that was my idea. And my idea failed. So, we will be doing this again on Friday. I'll try to think up more strategies for what these things might be immune, or what these things might be susceptible to over the week. I don't know. Like I was kind of going off the strategy of like what we did with the what do you call it, the I was kind of going off the strategy of what we did with the Bartomus or whatever, the big tank, or the first big tank that we fought, which was kind of like throw grenades at its radiators, but I guess that doesn't work in this one. Hello, Mystic. I am about to leave. We are fighting a tank the size of a city, and I don't know how to do damage to it, Mystic. So, well, I suppose we'll find out over the week. I will be back on Friday for definitely the last stream of Valkyria Chronicles. On Monday, hopefully, if all goes well, we will be starting Citizen Sleeper, which should be a lot more chill than this game. I'd say raid me, but I'm not streaming today. I just got home from work and your girl got heat stroke a few days ago, so I'm taking it easy. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mystic. You'll stream tomorrow, okay. So then Jacob can raid you, yeah. Alright, well, thank you everyone for hanging out tonight.